Man, on our podcast the other day, I was saying something about like the joy of life. Like think of life like hide and seek. The joy of life should be the seeking. That's real simple, but I want us to kind of like see how our expectations screw us up. Somehow we all believe then that because we wrote the goal down, we figured out how to track it, that the next thing that's gonna happen is that it's gonna work. Can I ask y'all a question? Where the hell you get that from? Like just let's just be real. I'm saying our expectations are so messed up. We think that just because we like Ben, we do certain inputs that the outputs are guaranteed. What the inputs guarantee is that we're going to get closer to the out and we're going to need to make an adjustment. And after that adjustment, we should get a step closer. Like, so if we get in our mindset, like, yo, the whole purpose of this is to seek. Like, we're going to seek. Y'all ever play hide and seek and find as soon as you open your eyes, somebody right there, like, man, you don't need hide nowhere. Like, how dumb is
Right.
that? Like, the game is over. Like, this was stupid. Like, what do we, you just wasted like 10 seconds of my life counting. You're right there. Why don't we have the right expectation of the hide and seek? I got to go look for this thing. It's not going to be just visible, but I have to discover it. The chase, the search. Y'all talk to some females. One of the most exciting parts of the relationship is when you don't have her yet.
Yeah.
Like one of the parts, like I gotta call her, man. What she about to say? She doing this? Like, that's the most strategic in a male's life. That's probably the most strategic, bro. You bringing
Right.
up some Navy SEAL training, trying to accomplish this goal. You see what I'm saying? Like it's the chase that brings us. It's that male instinct that we want to chase, but for some reason we expect that when we just set a goal, hey, it's gonna happen. Like, and I'm just saying we gotta figure out how to shift that perspective. Last thing I'll say real quick, on one of the podcasts, CJ said something a while back. He was just saying Navy SEALs when they're going on one of these crazy elite missions, Osama bin Laden. I think I shared this before. But he was saying they go through all the bro. You think we doing planning? You could imagine tactical planning they're doing, right? We about to fly over another country, drop into some desert somewhere. We gotta figure this out. We land in the water, whatever. They go through all that, and he said at the end of it, they tell them, okay, destroy everything that you just learned because it's not going to go according to what we just said.
Burn the
You get out
plane.
there, the wind change direction, and you land like immediately. You know it's not going to go as you planned. So they train them with all the information, all the planning, all the tactical, everything, and then they tell them, okay, that's great, but that's not going to happen. So be prepared to make adjustments as you go. So I'm just saying, for us, we got to figure out, Ben, how to do that. Be prepared for the adjustment and not let the adjustment cripple us. And this is all theory. Don't think that Carl over here being deep. I'm with Ben. Something happened, and I'm like, but I'm just saying we got to learn how to like reshift that expectation. So now when it happens, it's almost like a signal, like, ooh, that way it doesn't work. Boom, on to the next one. I called her at 3 o'clock in the morning and she didn't answer. Let me try calling her at 9 a.m. and see if she up there. You know what I'm saying? Just make the adjustment and keep moving, but not let it cripple us.
It's nice. That's perfect because that goes back to how we started about the expectations. Because
Absolutely.
again, we have an expectation, and remember, I love that you brought it up this way because personal freedom. CJ loves this by ET, right? And the line that he got from dude's book is just like, yo, humankind's main purpose is to seek. Number one, what Carl was talking about, seek, and then from seek, we actually want to experience personal freedom, right? And that means a lot of different things. First one is to seek it. Right. And in order to seek something, you have to have an idea of what you really want. And then you go on a journey to actually seek it. And write this down. The only problem we have is ignorance. That's a Bob quote. We don't know what it actually takes to accomplish the goal. Neither do we know exactly how to accomplish it. So what the brain does is it makes assumption because we wouldn't have that sense of certainty if we didn't feel like, yo, if I did it the first time, it'd work out.
Right.
In the beginning. You got to go through it enough times to realize nothing works out the first time.
But so you're saying having certainty is a bad thing?
You got to be stubbornly flexible. Right? But that's where it is. But you wouldn't move forward if you didn't have that sense of certainty. But however, the stubbornly flexible part is just like, yo, learning is realizing you thought you knew something. And then once reality kicks in, you realize that you didn't and make an adjustment. And that's when we actually get to experience it when we don't give up. So you guys are hearing the story of me just really going through hell. Like this is the most hell since I started the journey. And literally I thought like, shit, should I quit? Right. But I'm just like, yo, I can't. I've taken too much people money. I've talked about this too much. I can't quit. I can't give up. Like this is more than me providing for my family. This is more than what's it called. I heard he say it's just like, yo, you get to a point where this is beyond survival. This is beyond my wife. This is beyond my kids. Like I'm here for a higher purpose. It's just like, yo, I can't quit and give up at this point. So I love that you brought that up, Kyle. Carl. Kyle is gone now. So I just wanted to share that. So we got to see first, and then we're going to go for experience. And that jump is huge because of the inner conflict. So first the state, then the needs, then the rules. Carl, you were just hitting on the rules, where it's just like, if A, then B.
Yeah. Yeah.
If C, then D. That's the rule. If I pay Marquell $50,000 and he told me, like, yo, I'm gonna get more applications. If I work with him, he's gonna check out my emails. This is the rule. Like, if I do this, this is gonna happen. Then I did this and it didn't happen. So what the hell is going on? So makes sense. So just like in my mind, I was just like, yo, if I do this, then this is gonna happen. And then when I do that and it doesn't happen, I'm like, yo, that's violating a rule. And that causes some inner conflicts. And then from there, I got the beliefs where it's just like, yo, everything is gonna work out according to plan. Everything is not working out according to plan. Yo, dude is not going, damn, I hate that I'm articulating this way because there's so much that happened, but it's just like, yo, dude is not gonna get over on me. Dude got over on me, right? So now I remember I was talking to my coach this Tuesday. She was just like, yo, why are you so uptight about it? Right. And I kind of started articulating to her. This is why I value my conversation with you guys as well, and even Arsenio sometimes. Just being able to articulate. She was just like, yo, what's making you so upset about what happened? I was just like, yo, one, I'm a man of my word. I like helping people. And four, I'm a man of integrity. And so what happened, so mind you, like I'm giving you guys the whole chain of events. So I just gave you guys the numbers initially, right? But that was just on the surface. Then I gave you my state, that's still on the surface. Then I gave you that needs, that dives a little bit deeper. Then I gave you the rules, that's a little bit. Now I'm getting into my beliefs and values, right? So my belief is just like, yo, I'm a man of my word. What hurt me so much about my conversation with Marquell, he was just like, yo, you're not a man of your word. You say you was gonna do this, you're not doing it. Then I was just like, yo, I like helping people. I'm just like, yo, how come I'm helping people, but people not helping me? You see? Right? Then I'm just like, yo, I like to set a good example. It's just like, yo, dude, I thought you were this example and you're not the example that I thought you were. Just in my mind, literally just based on this experience, like, dude is a phenomenal dude, right? But just based on an example, it's just like, yo, you didn't live up to the standard that I had in my head. Like, what the fuck? Right? And then from there, I'm a man of integrity. It's not just like I assumed you were, and now you're questioning my integrity. I'm questioning your integrity. Like, what the hell is happening in my world? So it's just like my whole world just kind of like came crashing down. Like everything that I believe, everything that I value, and what reality is saying doesn't line up. And now I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Plus, I got decisions to make. I'm spending money. I got a team. I got a wife. I got kids. So all of this stuff just comes crashing down and burning. Make sense?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
So it wasn't just, yo, me tracking my time. It wasn't just me showing up for coaching sessions. It was me dealing with my beliefs and my values being in conflict. Based off an experience that I had. This is what I expected. This is what really happened. How the fuck do I explain this stuff to myself? What I can say though, they could be interchangeable sometimes. A belief is something that you feel as though is absolutely true. So what's the belief you have, Arsenio?
The belief that I have is that if I treat you nice, you should treat me nice.
Boom, that's a belief. And my point is just like, just because you believe it doesn't mean it's absolutely true. And that's how we get into conflicts with other people, because we have these strong beliefs about what something means, but they don't as well. And the beliefs tie into our values, because our values, those are like the vehicles to meet our needs, right? And your values move you towards pain or away from pleasure.
Ben, I think our experiences, especially our experiences when we're young, have a whole lot to do. I grew up where I had to fight. I was on the streets. My family is heavily involved in different gang life. So I'm very paranoid. I don't trust nobody. You have to earn that.
Yeah, absolutely. So boom, Roger just said it. So all of this stuff, our state, our needs, our rules, our beliefs and values, they're all, we develop them based off our experiences and what we learned in school or from our parents, right? So to go on the beliefs one, Arsenio just gave me a belief, treat me nice. And if you treat me nice, I'll treat you nice. So if I treat you nice, you should treat me nice. So those are beliefs, right? Now, why do we have that belief? To meet our ultimately pain and pleasure, our desires. So our beliefs are vehicles, right? Because remember, we have a conscious and a subconscious mind, right? Thoughts, feelings, actions, results. To make this easier, from thought to feeling to action is actually beliefs and values here. Because our beliefs and values tell us what to feel. So if somebody treats you nice, if you treat somebody nice and they don't treat you nice, Arsenio, you gonna feel pain or pleasure?
Pain.
How about you, Rodney?
I mean, there would be pain.
So therefore, if we know if we don't treat people nice, we're gonna feel pain. Guess what we subconsciously start to do?
Not treat them nice anymore.
So we can experience
Pleasure.
And that's how we start to develop our values. It's just like, yo, if I do this, then I'm gonna get pleasure. If I don't do this, I'm gonna get pain. So now Arsenio actually has a value of treating people nice so that he can experience pleasure. And he has this value that, yo, if I don't treat them nice, I'm gonna experience pain, so I better treat them nice. And so now when he treats people nice and they don't treat him nice back, there's an inner conflict, and now he feels pain, like, what the fuck is happening in my world?